Greetings, hi, the War Owl greets you, and I'm going to be showing you here, once again, another 5 vs 5 Counter-Strike Global Offensive match, and this one is going to be the continuation here. The continuation of the Grand Finals here between Titan and IBUYPOWER from ESEA. And it is, of course, the second best of 3 series of the Grand Finals. The third best of 3 series that these two teams have played against each other in this tournament. So it all comes down to this. It's all tied up. All past mistakes have been forgiven, forgotten, and it is all down to this simple best of 3 here, starting on the map, Cash. And once again, Cash is probably going to be a map here that Team IBUYPOWER is going to have a little bit of an advantage. Okay, Skadoodle now jumping into the site, up and down, taking down Scream with some body shots with the Glock. Normally you go for headshots with the pistols because they are a one-hit kill against non-armored opponents, except for Adren there who did a 2-hit kill. First hit took him down like 96 damage, and it looks like Titan is able to easily hold that thing off there. A very nice rotate by them to get into bomb site A. As IBUYPOWER rushed in there. Now, what we've learned from Dust 2 is that IBUYPOWER on T side, which they are starting on T side, seems to play very aggressively. They don't try to play the field, try to figure out what's going on. They usually just pick a way to go and then go that way. And usually not in sort of a strategy either. They play it dynamically as they take the sites. Alright, and here is NBK now. Oh, holding them down. Does look like we are going to have a buy here from IBUYPOWER. Armor P250. They've already lost 2 players, though. They're streaming into bomb site A to try to take it again. And we have another good rotate here. Scream in position. Catching him off guard. And look at this long-range shot by Existence trying to help. NBK here is getting chased around. He does go down. Shocks and Existence trying to get vision on AZK and prevent him from planting that bomb. But he will get that bomb planted, and that is huge for IBUYPOWER. So while AZK doesn't have a very good chance here, the Titan can definitely put him into a 1 versus 2 and take him down quite easily. And of course they have those flashes, able to move in there and take him down. Will be defusing that bomb. That is still a win for IBUYPOWER. They may not have gotten the point, but what they did get was the monies. So we should see a full buy here, 3rd round from IBUYPOWER. Actually, let's check out their money. No, P250 armor, by the way. That's the negative of the P250 armor. You don't get a lot of money. So while it looks like they are going for a buy, we have Adren buying an AK-47. He's not able to afford a armor and helmet with it. We actually only have 3 armors across the board. Adren and Daze do not have armor. And Skadoodle there. Actually, they're throwing Skadoodle an AK-47. Adren knows that he has pretty much wasted space at this point, giving him the P250 there. So yeah, that is the danger of the armor P250 buy, is that even if you get the bomb planted like that, even if you can do a buy, you're gonna be hurting a little bit in the economy space. Even though they took down 4 players, they got a bomb plant, they took down 3 players actually, did a really nice job on that save round. Not enough to give themselves enough smokes and flashes and armors and all kinds of loveliness. Alright, Skadoodle gets an entry frag though, looks like they might be able to take A, should see the nice rotate. Oh, what? Skadoodle picks off Smith Z. This is a huge chance here for Team IBUYPOWER. Existence being held off here by Anger, who is at middle. Shocks is going to take him down, though, and now it is going to be a 2 versus 3 retake as the bomb gets planted. All right, Skadoodle now up at upper. Shocks takes him down. Skadoodle, of course, has done his damage, though, with 3 frags. And now we have Titan and Existence. A 2 versus 2 to hold off Adren and AZK. Timer is ticking down, so these counter-terrorists have to engage at this point. Here's AZK at the quads. Able to spray him down. Adren is dead now, a 1 versus 1. There is a trade, Existence versus AZK. Not much time left, but AZK is able to take out Existence. Lovely job there by Team IBUYPOWER. Able to steal a round where they did have an economic disadvantage. And it was all thanks to those picks by Skadoodle, so, and that sort of won the round for them. Let's get an owl vision on those picks. Nice shooting. Shows that Skadoodle, of course, can use the rifle just as well as he's been using that AWP. All right, we got a boost here from AZK at middle. Looks like Terrace are now this time going to try and take position middle. I'm assuming most players are going to be a little bit not knowing too much about Cash. Apparently Existence doesn't, as well as his shoulder sticks out there. Look at this, 3 players in A. They're going to be sending 2 players mid to A. Might be the wrong call. Anger in some trouble here as well. What? They're still able to take him down. So we got players hiding here with their pistols. Could have maybe grabbed a frag from the back there. Okay, here's a P250 on NBK. They don't know he's here. Sneaking around. Last counter-terrorist left. Of course, Titan did have to save. Can he grab a frag? And... oh, no! Catches Anger off guard. Had a really good chance of taking him down and just completely missed it and failed. Again, Titan just looking like they're not on the top of their game. That was a noob mistake there. To where, I mean, you have a player who's not even looking at you. You got a P250. All you got to do is land 2 shots in his face and not able to make anything happen. Well, I mean, Anger wasn't even AD-ADing or dodging or anything like that. That should have been a kill. Alright, and we got another boost here. Terrace trying to take mid control. Existence trying to play it as well. We see the smoke up on the left side there, preventing player from sandbags from doing anything as well. And there is nobody sandbags, of course. Terrace not even checking it. And looks like AZK going to be taking on shots there. Terrorists have position middle. They can now go to either A or B. As I said, for folks who are a little bit unfamiliar with Cash, as I was saying before, you take middle. You have the ability to go A and B. It's a huge win for Tees, and it's actually quite simple to take middle on this map. One smoke takes out any sort of op position there. All right, Terrace will be going inside of bomb site B. Here's Shocks. Waiting here inside of Checker for these players to move in. Adren aware of where he is. And look at that. 2-man attack there. That is going to be Smiths with the last frags with that FAMAS there. Nice job. And as you saw how Titan engaged in there, they had 1 player engage initially. We saw him strafing back and forth and shooting shots off, trying to pre-shoot him around that corner. And then Smithsy ran around the corner, helped him out. Terrace was not prepared for that. Always best to engage 2 versus 1. Alright, lots of flashes middle. Looks like Terrace are trying to take mid superiority again, doing the same thing. IBUYPOWER has been doing the same strategy. This time, a little pre-shot there, caught AZK. Took him down to size. And still have Existence watching middle. Terrace take middle though. Here's Existence. Forced to buy a FAMAS. Titan is hurting a little bit economically. Good flash. Nicely timed. Great pomp flash, actually. And look at this. Smiths able to hold it off inside of the site here. Scream as well. Terrace are middle, but counter Terrace have a great surround on them. They're not able to move out anywhere. We also have a defensive smoke there, preventing them from taking A. So it is the time to take bomb site B. And here's Shocks to hold it off. Sees the gun around the corner. Oh, takes Skadoodle down pretty low, and AZK able to finish him off. Skadoodle definitely has been on top of his game this match thus far. All right, here is Smithsy and NBK for the retake. 2 versus 3, but we do have AZK and Skadoodle very low, so it's a very possible retake. Okay, now just NBK, but it is still a very possible 1 versus 3 here. And it looks like NBK is going to be going for this. The 2 injured players inside of the site right now. Adren playing the checkers. Nice shot by NBK. He's got a few more to take down. Adren has a chance. NBK sneaks by. I think he knows there's 1 more player inside of the site. And now a 1 versus 1 against Skadoodle. Tries to ninja defuse, but that was the wrong call. Skadoodle still inside of the site. IBUYPOWER able to trick Titan there by putting 2 players inside of the site, leaving 1 radio silent. And after the first one died, Skadoodle sort of just hid there. Wait for him to defuse, play the bomb, which is exactly what you had to do. If that counter-terrorist had checked the site a little bit more, may have been able to find that player, take him down. Titan here, still economically hurting, but here we go. It is now a fallacy of FAMAS here. We got 4 FAMAS. Players not able to buy any helmets, but that's okay, because we got a bunch of AK-47ers over on IBUYPOWER. There's, of course, a 1-hit headshot. No reason to buy a helmet. Goodbye by Titan. And Terrace setting up to take bomb site A is just NBK here, the pistoling player with a 5-7. 5.7, a reputable gun. But now it looks like we're going to have a huge push. Oh, good rotate by Titan. Assuming they're going to be doing this A take by the tells that they got. They rotate 3 players in here to hold this thing off. So it's going to be 3 versus 2 rotate, or a hold off, with 1 player playing mid who's now actually rotating to help. So it is a 4 versus 4 hold off. Terrorists rotate all their players over here. How do they just boost Daze up into the ceiling there? Daze trades himself. Terrorists move out at the forklift. Will be taking this site. And NBK holds his own, but it's now put it into a 1 versus 2 for the retake here on Titan. Titan has been putting themselves in these bad situations where you have 1 player who's got to just make it happen. Bomb at the forklift. We saw a bomb throw. Did work. Shocks should have seen that bomb throw. I think he's aware of it, though. Oh, he hears the bomb plant, so he knows now that the bomb has been thrown. Waiting for Adren to peek, but I don't think Adren is going to fall for that. I don't think he's going to make the mistake of peeking here. And Adren still waiting. He's got 25 health left, just a tap from death. Oh, Shocks, that's the time for Adren to peek. That's why he flipped over there to watch Adren. Finally does take him down. 5 rounds left in this thing. Wisely grabs the AK-47. Another 1 versus 1 here. Shocks moving in to take Anger. Nice job! Jumps up and takes him down with the AK-47. Will be defusing that bomb. Lovely, lovely job by Shocks taking that thing 1 versus 2. And that'll put another win here for Titan. Staying in this game, we actually have it all tied up now. 3-3 against IBUYPOWER. Well, it looks like IBUYPOWER. Oh, actually 4-3. After they took that defuse, Titan is in the lead. And Cache is actually a fairly even-sided map. It is a map where terrorists have a little bit of a superiority because, of course, at middle they can take either site at the same time. They're actually fairly close for the terrorists. And further apart for the counter-terrorists. There's a long rotate for the counter-terrorists, a short rotate for the terrorists. And it is just going to be a brush here, a full-safe brush into the site. Here's Existence. Oh, trading spaces with Mr. Scream. Moving in to pick off the rest of them. There are 2 left, of course. That is going to be Daze. And now Adren, who's picked up an AK-47. Can he grab any frags? He's already taken 1 down. And no, he can't. Will go down. Another loss there for Team IBUYPOWER. A full save attempt at a brush. Now, the main thing you gotta do in those brushes is get the bomb planted. Number 1 goal, get that money, because you don't really have a very good chance of winning the round at all, but just trying to get that extra money for the economy game. If we check out the economy of IBUYPOWER here on the right, we can see that they've spent all of their money on this round, and they don't have full nades and flashes. Adren doesn't even have a helmet, and he's going up against M4s and FAMASs. You really do want a helmet in that situation. Alright, here's Shocks with an op, holding off the B. Oh, he's missing a little bit, though. Did get pre-shot by Skadoodle. And, ooh, look at that pre-shot by Adren. Almost takes down Shocks. Oh, both players cross at the same time. Very smart. Oh, very smart take by IBUYPOWER. Now they will be just streaming into bomb site B. Smith's trying to hold it off in here. There goes the smoke. But all he can really do is surprise 1 player and then trade himself. It's a dangerous situation to be in. He's gonna ninja his way out. He surprises Anger. Oh, they didn't move in. Now Smith C still has a chance. They know where he is. And takes out Skadoodle, but that's the round. AZK with a 4 frag will win that thing. Let's get an owl vision on AZK. Thus far, very excited. 2 Owl Visions already. Looks like we're going to have an Owl Vision-rich match here for this best-of-3 series. Alright, here's Scream watching middle. Nice place to watch it. Make sure nobody gets by over to the vents. Vents have actually been broken. Terrorists do take the site. Oh. Here is Scream. Gets taken down by Anger. Smiths runs forward behind them here. At middle, they've actually pushed forward at middle. He's expecting them to leave players behind to do an A-take. But they're still all at middle at this point. Look at this. Waiting behind. He had a chance to catch these players off guard. AZK completely aware of where this player is. And we actually have Smith Z and Shocks there to try and hold it off. Both of them are A-side. Terrorists seem to know this. are rotating back over to B to plant that bomb. Smoking off Smiths. It seems like they have perfect map sense here. This is crazy. That was the exact perfect decision from IBUYPOWER to move over and take bomb site B. And they did so without any blood spilled. We've seen that a lot in this series thus far. No blood spilled sort of stuff. And Anger sneaks up behind Smiths, which is very unfortunate. Smiths got to be kicking himself. You know that player was walking. And here is Shock sneaking up on Adren through that smoke. But Adren is able to take him down. Now we actually have it all tied up. IBUYPOWER back in this thing 5-5 against Titan. And eco-wise, Titan in some trouble. Will be forced to save. And what can you really do here? Saving CT side cash. Are they just going to stack one bomb site or the other and go for some surprise frags? We see some two P250 buys here. And we'll check this out. It's a difficult call to make. And 2 players playing middle, maybe pushing at middle. No. Just runs through, make sure no one's there, I guess. And they're playing standard spots, which I don't know. If they just get picked off one at a time, it's going to be a very easy win here for IBUYPOWER. Existence goes down. Smiths with a rotate. Catches Dazed off guard and takes him down. Dazed tries to dodge that thing, doing some ADA duck spam. Just trying to stay alive till his teammate can grab him, but teammate doesn't get there fast enough. And Scream sort of meanders his way into the site and then dies. Alright, it's looking good for IBUYPOWER. Now up 6-5. Titans still hurt economically. And they are able to buy sort of fully there. They got what they want, I guess. Just to make sure each player has a smoke. Nope. NBK buying an AWP here. Is NBK going to be AWPing? And it looks like that's going to be yes. No Smiths AWPing. No Shocks AWPing. We got an NBK playing A by himself. Maybe trained for this specific spot. I don't know, but terrorists aren't going anywhere near it, so we probably won't find out. Oh, Scream was probably a little bit flashed there and couldn't see that player, but when he came to, he took him down. Skadoodle making a bunch of noise, and Anger takes down Shocks. And there they go, taking bomb site B. NBK's like, guys? Hello? Guys? Okay. Should I go over there? Okay, I'll just stay here. Okay. And it will be a win for Team IBUYPOWER as NBK tries to save this AWP. Now, we saw a very interesting take here inside of B. You had the one player watching over here where they seem to know where the player was. And one player watching that position as the other snuck up aside and then went for the frag. So while he was focused on one player, the other one moved in and got the frag. That's exactly how you have to engage players. If you know where they are, if you figured it out, or if that's a place they usually tend to be, it's a great way to surprise them and able to move in and take that site. Saw an Asimov on the ground there, flying towards NBK. Saving the AWP, but this is going to be a scary round. Got sort of an Eastern European buy going on here. What? No, another fallacy of FAMAS here. Titan buying a bunch of FAMASes. Can they do it against the AK-47 here? IBUYPOWER with enough money where they feel comfortable buying Molotovs. They are so far ahead in terms of the momentum of this game. Blue shell effect doesn't help CTs as much because you can't buy fully. You still can't buy fully even if you get a full blue shell on the CT side. The M4A4 makes it a little bit easier, and the fact that Titan feels comfortable with these FAMASes does as well. Alright, now we have a trade there. NBK goes down for AZK. AZK kills him. We have a kill versus a kill. Opt the player and then died to his nade. Lovely trade. Sort of a perfect trade. Smith's got an off. Be careful. And we'll be trying to hold off A. These players here at A are like, alright, enough of that. Let's rotate out of here and head on over to B side. They rotate 2 players over here to B side. Skadoodle watching middle. And then we have Anger here at B by himself, now going back towards A. So it's a fake out. They're saying, we're going to, and we haven't seen this that much from IBUYPOWER, but they're doing it this time. It's a fake out. Saying, okay, we're rotating over to B, guys. You make sure you're over there. Oh, look at this. Existence going to be sneaking up right behind them. He thinks maybe that there's some at B. Trying to watch his corners. We see Anger just going to get away. Existence not seeing him there. Existence sort of walks back over here to B. Thinks they're going to be pushing B. Knows now it's not going to happen. Terrace now pushing at A. It's going to be a long rotate for these CTs. And the ones inside of the site need to hold it off as long as possible. Scream goes down. Smiths is now super exposed. Has fallen back to Truck. But the bomb now will get planted. We have a 3 versus 2 retake here. Existence and Shocks moving in. Daze takes out Existence, who was sneaking up from behind. Shocks in another position. Now Anger's got to hold it off. 1 versus 1 once again. Smith Z versus Anger. Smiths with 3 frags. Anger now behind the quads, getting ready to push out and take him down. Smiths, unfortunately, at the moment, dropped his op and picked up a gun, had a pistol, and that was the time for Anger to strike. Takes his op to add insult to injury, throws that thing over to Skadoodle, and Skadoodle's like, I don't want your pity, op. And that was the round. IBUYPOWER maintaining supremacy thus far in this map, and Titan, unfortunately, low on money, is going to be doing the FAMAS thing once again. They have 3 smokes between them. Is that enough to do defensive holdoffs? Huge time on this map isn't as much of a factor to terrorists. Oh no, 2 players picked already, not looking good. Terrorists take middle quite easily, and BK boosted up in a sneaky spot. Will Anger know? Oh, Anger, that's like the first place he looks. And NBK now forced to change positions. As we saw Anger moving into the site, watching all of the possible positions, apparently aware of the let's boost up into the back of the site spot. And here's a Dren with an AWP, trying to move into bomb site A. There's Scream right on his left there. And NBK jumping around inside of the site. We saw NBK launch some shots at him. A Dren still not going after NBK, though. Still watching at Truck side. We see Terrace rotating back to take bomb site A. NBK, last player inside of the site. 3 versus 3. Advantage will go to IBUYPOWER. Once CTs have lost a few players, they're forced to split up as we see them 1 player in each site. Back far enough where they have the ability to rotate. Terrace are walking completely to make sure Titan does not get a tell. And, oh, heard the door open. NBK should call a rotate right now. All the counter-terrorists are rotating. Team IBUYPOWER needs to push right now. And a Dren takes out Scream as he's rotating in with a headshot op. Goodness. Oh, no. What? That was a weird flip there by Daze. Faster than the human eye could comprehend. And Shocks here with an op will be saving. That'll put IBUYPOWER at 9 points. Another op save here for Shocks. Alright, and he's going to be just going for exit frags, but I don't think any of the terrorists are going to be unwise enough to exit through CT spawn. And of course would be unwise, because that's really expect this counter-terrorist to be waiting for them. And another round, once again, goes to IBUYPOWER. They've been doing an excellent job here, T-side. They definitely have had more experience on this map. And Titan has just been showing signs and not able to hold off. They haven't really been getting good tells on IBUYPOWER. They haven't really known where they were coming from. And had the ability to rotate and set up for any kind of take. We'll see if that changes when they get on the T side. We got 1 round left. I'm going to say that because then Titan's on T side, and IBUYPOWER is going to play CT and hold it off. And as we've seen, been a little bit T-sided here between these 2 teams. IBUYPOWER on this last round's got tons of money. They can do anything they want, buy anything they want. We have 3 Molotovs on them as well. Going to be taking position middle. Look at Existence. Brave man he is, charges down there to get into the sneaky position inside of the vents, but it is going to be an A take here. NBK still inside of the site, waiting for these players to push. They are going to be Molotoving, forcing him into his little tiny corner. The fire has started to hit him. They move in and easily pre-shoot him. Smith Z standing in the middle of the site. Oh no, misses the shot. Wow, nice shot by Shocks, but that's it. 1 kill there on that last round, and IBUYPOWER will now lead 10-5 as we go into the half. I will return when the players are ready to resume. Alright, the teams are ready for the second half here. Anders is still giving out tons of gifts. And it looks like Titan, now on T side, is ready to make another comeback here to try to get back into this game. I have been particularly impressed with IBUYPOWER in this series thus far. They've been playing incredibly well against Titan. It seemed like for a period of time, complexity was the only hope that North America really had against foreign teams. But we see IBUYPOWER now completely dominating They're 10-5. They've been playing really well against Titan. They've been close games. But, I mean, most people would probably not have expected them to be close. And they have done a great job keeping ahead and winning against Titan thus far. But now it's Titan's turn to come back. Enough of this silliness. And of course, particularly impressed with Dazed playing. He has been, those shots, I mean, for someone who quote-unquote retired, you know, and didn't seem too fond of CSGO, coming back into the game and being able to pull off the shots he's been doing is very impressive. All right, we have Anger and Skadoodle here. Skadoodle has watched to see if players come into the site. We didn't see Titan play like this. They played back and allowed Terrace to move into the site. And instead of watching like that, Skadoodle now moves back further into the site. Anger here with a perfect headshot against NBK, but Terrace still able to take the site. Will be getting that bomb planted. Two players at truck trying to do the retake. AZK spraying through that smoke where a player tends to be. Very smart. He only has a few rounds left, though. These players using tons of rounds. Look at that shot, again, by Adren. Long range with this thing. Does tons of damage, 2 headshots. Now with 3 versus 2 retake. Here comes Daze from behind, sneaking up. All they're doing is buying ties for Daze to get these shots. Look at that. Able to do it. He's got 6 rounds left in this thing. Moving in on Scream. That looked like a great shot. Just missed the head there. Very, very close. And it looks like IBUYPOWER will be able to defuse it once again. Adren will take it. Putting IBUYPOWER at 11 points, taking the pistol round. This looks very bleak for Titan at this point. When you lose a pistol round like that, Titan almost assuredly has to do an armor buy on this next round if they want a chance in this game. They'll give IBUYPOWER 3 points, and Titan can't really afford to lose anything right now. They have to make a huge comeback and just figure out a way to break through IBUYPOWER's defenses quickly. They don't have a lot of rounds to do it. And interesting, they are not buying armor. I said they almost assuredly had to, but it is going to be a full save here. Titan going for the, I don't know, 4th round buy for the win. Maybe do a 3rd round buy. We'll see how much money they have on the next round. We see P250 buy, so they actually spent some money. No armors, no nades or flashes, though. So we'll see. They will be able to buy 3rd round, but I think they might try and do a full save. No blood spilled thus far. Maybe trying to just get this bomb planted. Bomb's on existence right now. Who's at middle? And taking their sweet time. We got 3 players from IBUYPOWER rotated over here. Thinks it's going to be a B take. Left 2 players inside of A. And it is going to be a B take, so IBUYPOWER in a perfect position to deal with this now. And there's the flash as these players move into the site. Very good timing once again from IBUYPOWER. And there is AZK picking off the saving players. And we now have NBK, 1 player left, going up against Daze, and Daze takes him down. And that'll be a complete roll there, IBUYPOWER. Not losing a single person. And yes, Titan will be buying here 3rd round. Didn't need the bomb plant here on T side. And they will be going for it. Look at that. They've got smokes and flashes and Molotovs. NBK actually purchasing a smoke and a Molotov. Why not? They all have their armor and helmets. Existence without a helmet, though. But this is the round. Now is the chance for Titan to get back into this game. Looks like they are going to be trying to take mid control. Daze in a forward position there at mid. Oh, they're playing spots that Titan hasn't been playing. Watching different positions. As we saw Dazed with the headshot spot, if a player decided to jump up here like Scream did. Scream not pushing forward anymore. They need to get a smoke down where Adren is. No smoke, and actually Adren is able to throw a offensive smoke there. Looks like they've given up on the whole mid-control strategy. That smoke will allow them to get the vents, though, and do a B take. So that's like saying, we're going B, guys. And Existence pushes through the smoke. Now forward at middle. They've now smoked off that Opera, and it looks like they're going to be going A. So that's let's waste their time, make them think we're going B, get them to rotate a little bit over to B side, and then we'll take A. Smart strategy. We'll see if it pays off. Counter Terrace have to hold this off. No, it's a double fake out. They are rotating over here to take bomb site B, and they do quite easily. Skadoodle and AZK go down. Counter Terrace move to try to do the retake. They're still looking at middle. They don't seem to be aware that Titan has taken it. And they're so far away at this point. They couldn't be further away. Looks like they're not even going to attempt the retake. 3 players going to meet up. the three musketeers here. They would have been three musketeers if they decided to move in and take that site 3v4. But at this point, it looks like they are going to be the three stooges. And Titan takes it. But IBUYPOWER able to save. They got the money. They'll probably be able to do a buy round next round with three players like that. And moving in there, Titan did do it. Stayed in this game. We're able to win that round. So looking good for Titan. Now at 6 points. IBUYPOWER ahead of them 2-1. But now is the chance. Now Titan just has to keep that momentum going. They grabbed it. They reached over to IBUYPOWER, grabbed the momentum in their hands, balled it up, put it in their pocket, and now they have to hold on to it and carry that all the way to the end of this game. IBUYPOWER, all they got to do is break it. All they have to do is, on this round, if they break it, Titan is in some serious trouble. Let's see if they can do it. Alright, Scream taking middle. Adren so far forward. Scream could have picked him in those seconds that Adren just sort of jumped forward at middle. It was a little bit unwise there. And we have a pick already, taking down NBK. That's going to be Dazed. Sitting inside of A, waiting for these players to push. Anger inside of the site as well. Terra's still all over the place, going for picks. They haven't really decided which way they're going yet. They're bringing that bomb over to go B side, though. See them now moving at middle, making it seem like they're staying here. We see IBUYPOWER pushing, no, rotating back into A. There is a player middle, that is Existence. Adren must have told Daze that this was going on. Daze now watching middle. Three players middle, Terrace have mid control. And looks like they're going to be going to bomb site B, but three players already in position to deal with it. Where is that bomb down? I think it's inside of the vents. Oh, they do have position on that bomb now, trying to move into the site. Gonna have to be a hold off from IBUYPOWER. They're in perfect position to deal with this, though. Terrace pushing into the site. Smoke is down, but that's not really blocking anybody. And they've dropped that bomb just in case, and it looks like Counter Terrace are able to hold it off, and all of Titan goes down. Team IBUYPOWER just broke them. Do they have the money to buy next round? That'll be a yes. NBK is low, unfortunately, but the rest of his team will be able to buy, and I think they will, because they know they are in some serious trouble here. 13 points in IBUYPOWER. Do not want to let them get to 14. And we do have Skadoodle with an AWP. Let's see where they position their AWPers. We'll be playing B, probably pushing forward, going for the pick. Yes. And he will get it. Takes out Shock. Shock unwisely walks forward into a pick position. Titan just lost two players. Looks like IBUYPOWER. I mean, if IBUYPOWER wins this, that'll have to be a save from Titan. Putting IBUYPOWER at 15 points. That is huge. It shows how far picks can go. They've picked two players off on this terrorist team. It is going to be so hard for them to get back into this. Daze throwing down some rounds. Throws a very confusing flash. Flashes himself. Seems startled by it. Anger stoically sits there watching forward, completely unaware of the baffling display of fail-nadiness that just happened to his right, despite the fact that he most assuredly was affected by that flash. Anger now moving in to take them from behind. 3 versus 4 now. They were able to pick... Oh, just evening up. Now a 3 versus 3. This is Titan's chance. AZK inside of the site. Terrace moving in. They move through middle. And able to pick off AZK with a nice shot there by NBK. That was incredibly fast. Here is Anger with his pink FAMAS. And Dazed moving in from behind him. Gonna be a hard retake. Oh no! Just Anger left. 1 versus 3. Looks like he is gonna be going for it though. Bomb is not planted. 20 seconds left. All he has to do is stop them from planting. And the bomb will get planted. That nade could be perfect. Oh, but he throws it at the wrong guy. He could have taken out Existence there at 14 health. Oh, Anger is such a good shot, though. He takes out Existence. Just saw that head, but NBK takes him down. Takes 4 frags for the win there. Let's get an owl vision on NBK. Wow, that was nice. Despite the fact that Anger Pulled off an incredibly fast flick shot there. NBK still able to make it happen there, keeping Titan pretty much in this game. However, still looking bleak for them. Oh no, NBK gets a little bit stuck there, trying to make something happen. Oh yeah, we got some wall banging there, timing it. Look at that, NBK just perfectly shoots the wall bang where the player is. Didn't seem to connect though. Actually, yeah, it did. Anger took 6 health. So we actually are seeing some wall banging. That is lovely. Didn't expect to see that. There's a lot of places on this map that you can. Anywhere you see aluminum, like right in front of Scream right now, you can wallbang. Scream could kill Adren. If he had the game sense to shoot right in front of him, he could kill Adren right now. You see that? But it's not going to happen. Oh, but Adren is in position to do it. Adren now going to be wallbanging through the aluminum there at these players, moving into the checkered room. Scream getting hit by it, now down to 68 health. Adren moving upper. Oh, ow, that's gotta hurt. We got a bunny hopping Dazed here. Moving in to take him down, but you can't really bunny hop and see SG. Oh, 2 versus 4 retake. I think IBUYPOWER is going to fall back, live to fight another day. They are still way ahead of Titan at 13 points. They don't have to win them anymore. Want to save and try to give themselves as many chances to win this thing. And next round, it looks like they will not be able to buy. Titan has grabbed the momentum back once again, but is it too little too late now? 7 points. They gotta keep winning now. Bomb has been planted inside of B. Players rotating out of the site. Once again, NBK showing himself to be MVP. 7 frags thus far, very quickly in this thing. Daze looks like he's MVP over on IBUYPOWER. 5-1 on the half. Lovely. Alright. Moving on to the next round here, IBUYPOWER. Not able to buy. They have those 2 weapons that they saved, though. Titan is able to buy. Have an op up on Smith's. Watch out. Let's see if he goes for a pick position. Not getting boosted up. Should see a flash go over that box right now to give him cover. No flash! And instead he just sort of looks out there. Terrace look like they're trying to take mid control. Counter Terrace seem to not care. They are doing a save round. We got those 2 players inside of B. 1 gun in each side, it appears. Anger is going to be the gun player over here, as Dazed is the gun player at B. Counter Terrace rotating fully over to B. Had some good tells, but it looks like Terrace are still able to power in here. It's all up to Dazed. Is able to land a few shots. He's got all 4 of them low. He is now set up for the greatest 4-player mowdown, 1 versus 4. Dazed can most definitely do this. He's just got to tap a few body shots. There's 1. He's got 3 more. Bomb has been planted. Timer is now on Dazed. 21 rounds left inside of this M4. He wants to do that without reloading, and will he save? Teammates should be telling him how much damage they did to these players. And no, it looks like Dazed will be saving here. IBUYPOWER once again living to fight another day. And on that save round, where they had 2 guns, they were able to frag 2 players and save 1 of those guns and armor. So all in all, sort of even there for IBUYPOWER. Wasn't too many thrilling heroics going on. And Titan still maintains their momentum. Alright, IBUYPOWER able to do a full buy. In position to take this thing. Since they're able to buy this time, they got the op once again up here on CT side. Let's check out their CT side setup here on cash. It seems like they've been putting 2 players in A, 1 middle, 2 B. Very standard. But let's look at where these players are positioned. Dazed, moving out, just sort of standing there mid, very aggressively. Anger usually goes over into this corner over here. We'll be playing vision of bomb site. They're actually moving into A right now. Dazed rotates back to help. Now just Anger left inside of the site. He has to make something happen. All he does is trade. Looks like Titan will be able to take it here. Definitely coming back in this game. And have to do a retake here. AZK and Skadoodle. I think they're going to save. Whoa, Skadoodle! Goodness. Takes out Shocks with a brilliant shot, and then they run away, sting like a hornet, and fly back to the nest. Lovely shot. Alright, and we do have Titan now. With another win, will be going to be exiting pretty soon, and IBUYPOWER is letting it slip away. Titan is catching up to them. If we check out their money, it does look like next round is going to be difficult. I don't think they're going to be able to buy. They'll have to save again. They got 1 op, 1 M4, and 2 armored players. So it'll be another one of those sort of pseudo-Eastern European buys. It's not a buy, it's not, though. It's actually not, because they save those weapons, but let's see what they're able to do. will be a save round. And again, let's watch their... Well, it doesn't matter this time. It seems like on these rounds where they've only had 2 weapons, for their CT side strategy, they've played the sights. They put players inside of the sights. They've sort of conceded middle, let Titan take it. Let's see where they're going to be going this time. And sending Skadoodle with the AWP by himself to hold down A one-man army, as all these little pistolers move into bomb site B to hold off any kind of push. And they throw a defensive smoke. That defensive smoke says, don't come here. So the terrorists say, yeah, okay, we won't come here. And they move away. But it's a trap. It's a trap! IBUYPOWER wants them to try to push into B. So we got Skadoodle here, holding off A. If he makes an AWP shot, though, they'll hear it and say, oh, they got an AWP or A. Know that that was the player who saved, and then may try to take bomb site B. So that may be the strategy here. AZK, the M4 player, inside of bomb site B, ready for these terrorists to try and push it. Titan is rotating the bomb back, and they will be trying to take B. So it will be a 4-player saving hold-off here, AZK with the 1 gun, as the terrorists move into the site. Let's see if they are able to make this happen. And flashes and smokes coming in there. Smoking off positions. AZK takes out NBK. They are moving into the site now. He needs time to reload this thing. 12 rounds left. Not able to take the player down. Adrenaline dazed with the pistols. Taking them down. They actually did buy armor on that round, and IBUYPOWER steals a round, puts themselves at 14 points, ends the momentum of Titan, and Titan on this next round has enough money to buy, but IBUYPOWER sits there 14 points ready to win this game. And they feel strongly enough. They stole 2 AWPs. They're going to be playing a double AWP strategy. So Skadoodle has generally been AWPing B when they're full buying, so Adren will be taking middle, it looks like. And just in a standard position middle, they should smoke this out. Counter-terrorists throw the smoke. Terrorists do not throw a smoke. And Scream getting boosted up. He's done this a few times. Dazed, sort of wall-banging him. Scream down to 30 health there. I didn't even know you could wall-bang through that box. He was like wall-banging where a player would be boosting a tee up. Lots of wall-banging. You can tell he's a 1.6er there. Alright, and we do have Titan at 10 points. Needs to win this thing. Needs to come back into this game. Gonna be boosting up once again. Going for it. Counter-terrorists have moved away at middle now. This is their chance. They've taken position middle. 55 seconds left. Looks like they're setting up for an A take. So we have 3 players here from IBUYPOWER, which they've been doing nearly every time. The player who plays mid, when mid gets conceded, rotates and watches B. So they have 3 players inside of B. It's going to be a difficult rotate. Dazed is now moving over here to help at bomb site A. Seems to think they're not going to be going B. And moves into position just in time. Looks like terrorists are now getting ready to push into the site. Scream is right there, just about visible. Gets flashed. Oh, gets taken down by Shocks, and now we have Adren trying to hold it off with an AWP inside of the site. Brilliant shot by AZK. 3 players to take down, and it looks like he is going for it here. 1 versus 3 for the retake. Smith Z waiting to take him down. Shocks from the back of the site, and there's the headshot by Scream. 1 hit, AK-47. It actually, like, the player AWP'd at the same time, so it sounded like Scream's AK-47 makes an AWP sound when he shoots. Dead. Alright, it's Titan coming back into it, 11 points now. Grab back the momentum. Game has been really back and forth in terms of the economic momentum. Team IBUYPOWER has retained the semblance of superiority throughout the game, though. Still on this double AWP. Purchasing Foley once again, Skadoodle in the pick position. No one unwisely falls into the trap this time. And look at this. Pushing forward here at A. Got some wall bangs going down. Takes Daze down to 45. Craziness going on there. That was NBK. Just spraying players through the walls. Knows what's going on. Craziness. And here's some smokes going down inside of the site. Terrace moving in to take it, though. Molotovs forcing CTs out of their positions. And they are going for it. There is the flash. And what are they doing? Rotating back. Looks like they're going to be taking bomb site A. So we do see Anger. What? Rotates to try to take him from behind at B. Smith Z waiting for him. And the terrorists, though, have called a lateral. Moved into the bomb site. Daze trying to hold it off, but another brilliant shot by NBK. Definitely proving himself to be the MVP of this team in this match. Alright, Skadoodle and AZK for the retake here. AZK probably going to run out, and Skadoodle will go for the shot. Nobody there, though. Smoke screen is down. Not able to see those players. Oh, and Smiths takes out Skadoodle in an op battle. Looked like Skadoodle saw him at the last second, but Smiths got his finger on the trigger first. And that'll be another round there. IBUYPOWER now at 14 points, Titan at 12, catching up. This is so close, and it looks like we're coming up to the end of this match. Only a few rounds left, and it looks like IBUYPOWER is forced to save. That'll put Titan at 13 points when they pick up this easy win. That'll put it pretty much even. Alright, and they're boosting again. I think it's going to be Scream. Yep. Existence takes out Daze. Love that shot by Scream. And we just saw the shooting against Anger there. Once again, not what we expect from Scream. So, I don't know. Titan just seems a little bit off. Alright, Shocks going after AZK. And AZK takes him down. Goodness. Shocks as well just seems a little bit off. AZK steals his AK-47. Now a 1 versus 3. It is, of course, a save round here from IBUYPOWER, so I think they're going to be content with 2 frags and saving a weapon. AZK saving here. T's sending out a hit squad. We've got Existence here, hunting him down. These are always fun to watch. Players hiding inside of T-spawn, though that's not really a place you're going to expect the player to go. It's a good save position, but look at this. This is a fortress here that AZK has. To attack AZK, he's got to go out in the open. And it looks like Existence is assuming... Oh, he's assuming he's waiting for him on the right there, which he's not. He uses a very expensive Molotov under that suspicion. AZK now ready for Existence. They have a few seconds of battle here. So, what? What? AZK looks above him at where NBK was. What? I don't know what kind of a tell he had. Maybe he heard him jump up on something. Either way, Titan was able to grab that frag. I didn't hear him. He must have jumped up, and he probably heard him jumping up like, oh, he's going to come from above. And then, of course, we had Existence move in from the side and take him down. Either way, Titan sort of homed in like, okay, we've checked everywhere else. Where is he? Hiding in the back of our spawn. Aha! Such trickery. And Titan now at 13 points. This is a very pivotal round here. We check out our economy. Titan can lose this thing and still buy, but that'll put IBUYPOWER at 15. It'll force him to go into try to do a tie, you know, tie win. Terrorists are going to be moving into the bomb site. Again, we have another nice bomb site take here. Scream. Missing his shots. Existence. Making sure nobody is flanking. Smith's inside of the site, still grabbing frags, still holding it off. Oh, nice shot. Leg Skadoodle, and then ends him. Now a 1 versus 2 for the retake here. Adren versus Existence and Smiths. Smith's inside of the site in the back. He knows it, and he knows he's opping. Is focusing on both of these players. It's so difficult to deal with 2 players at the same time. He thinks Smiths is still in the back of the site, but Smiths has moved forward. Adren has been tricked. And we hear those players moving around to his right. He's waiting for the opper in the back of the site to pick, but there is no opper there. Oh, look at this. They are sneaking up from behind him. 37 seconds left. Look like they are actually... They see his gun sticking out. Look like they were planning on going to B. And they will. They sneak out of there. Wow, that was some Splinter Cell stuff going on there. And Adren now is left by himself in A like, hey, curses, I've been foiled. And we have Existence and Smiths run away, the happy couple, to go and plant that bomb at B. And now the tables have turned. Adren must aggress. Oh, Existence. Oh, Adren not able to land the shot, and Existence takes him down. And that puts this game, folks, at 14 to 14. It's all tied up going into the end, and IBUYPOWER is forced to save. So, wow, that is incredible. We see a buy on... What is this? What is this, guys? P250 armor, actually 5.7 armor full buy here from Team IBUYPOWER. This is a ballsy strategy, if we've ever seen one, to prevent Titan from winning outright here. They are going to try this last round. There are 2 rounds left, but to put themselves in a position to win this game, instead of going for the tie. They could have saved and gone for a tie buy versus buy. Instead, they are going to be doing something crazy. Let's see if they can pull it off. Okay, all of IBUYPOWER rotating back over to B side. They've stacked it fully. T's have not decided where they're going yet. NBK, I think they assumed NBK was just making noise. Just full of hot air there. Shooting through the walls. Look at that. He was like right on Daze through that thing. Loving the game sense from both of these teams. CT still set up inside of B as a trap. Playing rock, paper, scissors on this. Daze holding off A. By himself now. Counter terrorists are rotating. Here's a Dren to rotate, but we do have Shocks in position to take him down. Oh, look, a Dren is now hiding. On is right behind that box. Let Smiths goes by! But Shocks is right on him now. NBK still making noise there. Counter terrorists rotate to take down the site. Can they make anything happen? Skadoodle is now down with a shot through the wall by Existence. AZK Daze moving in from the back. Does take out a player. Anger as well. Another shot from Dazed. Now going to be a 2 versus 2. Dazed and Anger versus NBK and Smiths. Dazed able to grab an AK-47, but NBK takes him down. 2 headshots by NBK to win that thing, putting Titan at 15 points. And for what seems like the first time for one short period of time in the very early parts of this game, Titan was ahead, but for the first time in a long time, Titan has the advantage. And we move into the last round of this game. IBUYPOWER, even though they did that 5-7 armor buy, they are still able to buy here, coming off of a loss. Still in a position where they can win and put this thing into a tie. Nice shot by a Dren taking out Scream. There's a pick. Pick is good. And Daze playing aggressively here at A main. NBK trying to pick it. Oh, NBK got caught off guard. Dazed just grazed him. And terrorists have mid control here. Daze moving back to truck. CT's playing very passive. Bomb can go anywhere at this point. Anger inside of his spot. Closes that door. No girls allowed. Here's NBK. Seems like I bet he's going to try and wallbang this door and make some noise. He's done it before. Anger and NBK standing just a foot away from each other. We have T's at middle now, rotating back with this bomb, and we'll be going over to A side. So it will be an A take. CTs now have 3 players inside of B. Titan is tricking IBUYPOWER now. It seems like IBUYPOWER has had a very good map control, very good game sense in this game thus far. But this round, looks like it looks like Titan has the advantage. Okay, there's a good smoke off. Terrace now moving into the site. There's Anger in the back. Does take out NBK. And goes down. Now just going to be Existence left. 1 versus 3. It is going to be a match point here. And he does go down, and that is going to be a tie. IBUYPOWER 15, Titan at 15. Wow, so the game will continue here into overtime. Incredible, incredibly close game. Really have to give it up to Titan here, who was behind, who looked like, IBUYPOWER starts the half at 10, puts themselves up to 14. Titan was like around 7. Able to come back into this game. Lovely job. And let's see what's going to happen here in the overtime when the teams are ready. Looks like the players are now ready for the overtime. How it works, they do 3 rounds on each side with 10,000 start money. Winner of that, and then of course they'll switch 3 rounds on each side. Winner of that will win the game. If they tie again, they go into double overtime. Tie again, go into triple overtime. And the game can go on, theoretically, forever until the players get tired and pass out. In which case, whoever is still awake, still lucid, is able to take the win. Okay. And here they go. Looks like Titan will be playing on the T side first in this overtime. Another thing to note, looks like Anders stopped giving away presents. Alright, we got a boost there by Existence. Oh, peeks at middle. There's 2 players there, though. This is scary. And falls back. They got that bomb over at A side. There's Anger once again, has been doing a pretty good job of holding this off. And does hit NBK. Trades himself for NBK. I think that is a trade. Good trade there for IBUYPOWER, because Dazed is in position still to prevent these players from planting the bomb as the rest move into the site. Dazed and AZK. Look at that, another shot from Dazed. Shocks and Existence here to move and take the site. And bomb will run away. AZK fully hears this. They may want to think about rotating to B. Looks like Dazed is going to be doing that. And here is Shocks watching middle for this rotate. So they assume they're going to rotate mid. And Shocks, does have great position there. Uses a Molotov to prevent Dazed from chasing him. But I don't think Dazed cares about going that way. Now going to be a 1 versus 2 retake. All up to Dazed here. He's got to do 4 frag for the win. Can he do it? There is Shocks. Up at upper B. Dazed only has 1 magazine left. 20 rounds left. 10 per player. There's 8 rounds. Expensed already. He's got to take these players down. Did hear that pickup. Shocks knows. Oh! Forced to pull out the pistol here. Timer going down, and looks like Existence is able to hold it off. Daze goes down, and round number 1 of this overtime will go to Titan, putting them at 16. So they've got 1-0 thus far. That is huge. I mean, I know it's been going very T-sided, so that's what we expected. But if IBUYPOWER is able to win that, that would put Titan on the ropes. Now this round is pretty important. As we see, IBUYPOWER bought up. They used a ton of their money, and I don't think they're going to be able to buy very much next round if they lose this round. So this is a chance for Titan to put themselves at a place where all they have to do is win 1 CT round to win this game. Anger here is NBK. Good go for the wallbang. Decides not to. They're pretty far forward here at A. NBK now. Gonna be sneaking forward here. Inside of the back halls. No pulling back right now. We've seen them play that position nearly every time. AZK now inside of bomb site B. Scream. Check in the little corners there, looking for the heads. There's nobody there, though. T's getting ready to take this site. Shocks doing some pre-shots through the box. Terrace getting ready to take it. They made a bunch of noise, and that will cue Adren to rotate back. And now they have 3 players to hold off this push by the Terrace. It is going to be an A take. Lots of smokes and flashes going through, but we have counter smokes and flashes from the CTs as well. And here they come, smoking off the common positions. What? Shocks able to hit Adren. I didn't even see that. Brilliant shot by Shocks. There is Dazed trying to make something happen here. Now 1 versus 4 again. Did have position on that bomb, but Scream with an excellent shot. 1-hit headshot, takes out Dazed, and that'll put Titan at 2. And it looks like IBUYPOWER is in some serious trouble here for this game, which they were dominating. They were so far ahead. They have put Titan on the ropes by winning 2 rounds in a row. They 2-0'd them, for crying out loud. And here they are now, just losing it, just barely here. They are able to buy that armor and helmet. It's got to be such a stressful situation, especially with so much money on the line. Oh, Smiths takes out AZK as well. Here is Dazed as middle, and I think Titan is starting to catch their groove. They are finally, seems like they finally warmed up and are ready to make a game of this. We've seen it so close in all of these games. Titan is waking up, and it may just give them the edge. Now just going to be Skadoodle left 1 versus 4. He's got that 5-7. Player waiting for a middle. That is going to be Shocks. And I think you can also wallbang through the wall where Skadoodle is standing. Here is NBK to land the final killing shot. Titans' shots were just on in that half of the overtime. They were just completely on. Lovely job. And they took all 3 of those T points, but now it is IBUYPOWER's turn on T side. Let's see what they can make happen when the game resumes. Alright, the second half of the first overtime here is commencing. And can I just say, I really appreciate these things on the sides that Valve did. These are brilliant, and they really help us here. We see pretty much everything that's going on. We see what weapons the players have. It is just a huge, helpful hint. And it actually helps me as a commentator, because Smiths is 1, Existence is 2, Shocks is 3. I'm able to switch through the players fairly quickly. I mean, we see the numbers on this screen as well, even up on the radar, but still, it just helps. Lovely job, Valve. Doing a great job on this game. Alright, Terrorists now setting up. IBUYPOWER's got to make it happen. It is match point. Titan has it. Here's Existence. Oh, gets caught off guard by Dazed. And Terrace have position middle. Look at that pre-nade, forcing Smiths back. Moves back just in time. Scream gets shot and slides across the ground. Looking right go leg around for IBUYPOWER here, who is trying to push this into double overtime. NBK seems to still be just completely on his shots. Takes out Anger and Adren like it's nothing. Alright, Shocks here to hold off B. They're like, alright, forget A. That guy is scary. We'll be moving in to take Beard, but here is Shocks. Oh, brilliant shot. Takes out Dazed through the smoke. All he had there was timing, and he did perfect timing. And we have NBK now getting ready to move in and take bomb site B. Setting up. Communicating with Shocks. Skadoodle standing on top of the box. Oh, but Shock's able to take out AZK. Skadoodle is still up. If he didn't fail shooting there, they would have this round and they would have the game. Skadoodle still up, and looks like Shox takes him down, and that's going to be that. Titan will win this game, push it into game number 2. We'll start this series up 1-0, and all they got to do is win one more game, and they will what? Wait. Timer. Yes, they have it. Never mind. Thank you, folks, very much for watching. Congratulations to Titan. Stay tuned for game number 2 of this best of 3 series, the second series of this series. Thank you folks very much for watching. I am the War Owl, and I still have no closer.